Happy Easter, everybody. It's Easter Sunday morning, 2023. Yay. Fuck. Just going back to what I said about the weather. It's like 20 degrees here. All week at work, it was in the 60s and 70s. There was even one day it was 82 degrees while I was at work. As soon as my foot hits that fucking driveway, it drops 30 fucking degrees right now. I'm telling you. Man can't fucking win, can he? Can he not fucking win one? I gotta work next Saturday. I was off this one. I was even off Friday. So, I have a couple videos I'm gonna smash together here from Friday to now. I'm just doing an introduction for today. For these other days, the transmission from the Chevelle is waiting on a sprag. The sprag was completely shattered in pieces in this transmission I bought that was supposedly rebuilt. It was rebuilt. Apparently, it was rebuilt by someone who didn't know what the fuck they was doing, or they were in a hurry. They slapped everything together in the son of a bitch. That's why it didn't work. The sprag, I'm not sure exactly what that sprag does, but apparently it helps it go into gear. And it was not going into gear. The clutches in first gear, one clutch was burnt, had a big burn ring in it. But the other ones looked really good. And the other gears, the clutches were brand new. They even had the dates and the writing wasn't even gone off of them. They were still nice. They still just looked like brand new clutches. They were just, covered with transmission fluid. And when I took the transmission out, I loosened the lines. Fluid came out of the one main pressure line, but that was it. But other than that, the torque converter did get fluid because I didn't get as much fluid out of it as what I put in it, because I put 8.5 quarts in that thing, and I only got 4 or 5, about 5 3/4 out of it. So I collected all that. I saved it all. It looked really good. The fluid did. It didn't look like it had shavings in it. Of course, I went up there. I took both the transmissions. I took my old one that was originally in the Chevelle when I bought the car, and I took this new one up. And the plan was to rip them both apart and see which one was in better shape. So he looked at the one I originally had from the Chevelle, like where the torque converter goes in. It was worn really thin inside there. We didn't even take the pump out to even check it out yet. He's going to tear it down later on and let me know what all happened inside of it. So, sorry for the yawn, and I just got out of bed here a little bit ago. It's like, well, now it's 8 o'clock. I had to leave my crazy ass fucking dog out. I had to put him out and put him on his fucking chain so he can rip and tear all day. But anyway, we ended up using the other transmission, the one that I just bought. We ended up using it because it has a stronger case and everything's a little more heavy duty inside of it. Plus, I helped him tear it apart Friday evening. We tore it all apart. We took everything out of it, and then I wasn't sure what he was going to do from there because he said something about because they drive school buses. They had their bus inspection or whatever this time of year for it, and I was under the impression he was going to just start doing that stuff, and I was just going to have to wait. But I told him Dad needed on the lift very soon so we can get the GTO started. So he gave me he texted me yesterday. Damn it. And he's like, what are you doing this afternoon? And I said, nothing that I know of. I was just sitting around here. I didn't have plans to do anything because I can't do anything to a car that I don't have the main part for. So he says, well, come on up, clean up some parts, and we'll go from there. See what we can do. So I went up, cleaned up some parts. We do he's got a couple of old cars up there in my grandfather's old garage up there where he used to keep his school buses. He's got a bunch of stuff in that garage. He's got a couple of cars in there. And so we go, my cousin wants his one car out of the garage, so we had to move some cars and help him move his car. So it's a 1967 Pontiac Firebird. You'll see I have a cold start on it. You'll see it. It's a very healthy sounding car. It's very nice. It's really good shape. It just needs finished up. Plus, he has a 70 Chevelle SS in there, and he has a 68 Firebird in there. Also, it's in pieces he's had for a long time. So we do a cold start on that, and he tells me a little bit about the cars. And I think that's about it. That's about all I got. I drove my truck a little bit here. I got the old Beast out. Got the old Beast out for a couple of runs over the weekend. I forgot what a gas hog this motherfucker is. It don't get miles per gallon. This son of a bitch gets yards per gallon. This son of a bitch. It'll suck that 12-gallon fuel cell dry in a fucking 15 fucking mile trip. If you go around 20 miles or something like that, a round trip, this fucker, it'll be empty. It'll suck her dry now. I'm telling you. This son of a bitch. Oh, I bet you it's got them 456s in it. It's just wound tight everywhere you go. Of course, I was just kind of cruising with it. I was just puttering around, and oh man, my next trip's going to have to be the gas station, man. I don't even want to start it up. I do have that race fuel here. I might dump some of that in it, just for the hell of it. But yeah, she's damn near empty. I'd say I have enough to make it to get gas. That's about it. So, oh boy, I'm telling you, it is very cold out. You see the frost on the windows of the cars. Yeah, it's a thick, heavy frost. Man, I'm glad I didn't have to work today. That would have been pretty rough. But anywho, yeah, I need to get a set of tires for this son of a bitch. These fucking tires. They're pretty rough. This one here has some wear left on it. Not a lot, but Plus them being so short, boy, these sons of bitches on the back, this thing, you take off with it, you mash on her, buddy, this thing just tears the blacktop up. It just fucking, it's sideways in every which fucking way. And when you shift the gear up, it spins them. It really spins them good. So we're gonna get some fat tires for the back. I wanted to put 15s on the back, but those fucking spacers with the different lug pattern on them motherfuckers ain't cheap. I'm telling you. I just have that plan to do that. I'm going to put a different set of tires up front. They're going to be a little taller. I can go with a set of 60s. I just got 50s on it right now. These are, what the fuck are these? Try to look and see if I can find them. Find out what the fuck they are. This is a set of two 45-50 16s. Yeah. That apparently was on a Corvette one year. Or for a couple of years. Because that's the guy I bought off of told me. He said this has the same size tires that was on a Corvette, like a ZL1 or something for a year or two, whichever, how many years they made the Corvette with certain tire size on it. Of course, these wheels aren't as wide as what would be on a Corvette. They're not near as wide. I mean, they're okay. They look all right. I cleaned them up a little bit. They're not spectacular. I'm not in love with them. I'm a rally wheel type of feller. As you can see on this truck up here, I am a rally wheel guy. Because I got some wheels. I got a shitload of wheels. I got all kinds of junk back here. I have rallies. I got spokes. I got, turbo wheels. Those turbo wheels, though, they're really narrow. They're not very wide at all. I would put them on it, but I don't know. I'd have to put a spacer on the back. It probably wouldn't look right with just two on it. I don't know, man. Wheels ain't cheap anymore. They're very, very expensive. Very expensive. I'm telling you. Very, very high. Very pricey. I can get 16-inch wheels for another set, I guess. But I'm going to buy two back wheels as soon as I can. Or, I'm sorry, tires as soon as I can. Because we're not going to beat ourselves up to go to the drag strip right away. Which I am itching to get down there with this truck. I am itching to get it down there. And what I need is a set of fucking slicks. That's why I wanted to change the bolt pattern on the back. I wanted to get a spacer ring that's 8 lug that goes to Chevrolet 6 lug, 6 lug. Because I got a bunch of 6 lug fucking wheels here and they are just sitting around and I cannot use them. And I figure if I go to a smaller, lesser lug pattern, I can use these wheels. But of course, I have to stick with 16s on the front because of the brake caliper. It is so close to those wheels. You would never get a 15-inch wheel on the front of that truck. There's no way. Now, if you put a skinny on the front, yes. You put a skinny with a set of Mickey Thompsons on the front, those front runners, those ET drag fronts. Yeah, you could. Because your caliper would be completely exposed. The wheel would be so narrow up front that it wouldn't have to cover the caliper, you would actually be beside the caliper up front. I could do that. I've seen trucks like that before, with a 15-inch on the front, with that great big caliper and stuff on the front of it, an 8 lug. But that's the only bad part about this truck is it's got that 3/4 ton suspension. That's why, well, with my ass in the truck, with me sitting in the truck on the scales, it's 4,000 pounds exactly. So you're talking my 300-pound ass out of it, you're talking 3,700. That's what the truck's weighing by itself. Now, I could cut half of this steel out of the bottom and put expanded metal in here from like the fuel cell back to the tailgate. I could do that. That would lighten it up. That'd probably, I bet you that right there. I bet you that fucking plate right there is, oh my. I bet you that plate's 800 pounds. Probably. Take 800 more pounds off of that. Oh my. You're talking, oh my. It would be way less. But anyhow, we're talking, you know, big. It would weigh less than this car out here. Actually, this car out here weighs more than the truck does now. So, but anyway, we're gonna go ahead and kick off this holiday, which I never thought I would have had 3 days off for. I figured I'd at least had 2 and didn't have to go back to work. But anyway, that's all I got. I have a few videos here to edit and slap together and send out here. They will be on here probably this afternoon, because as soon as I go in, I'll probably go ahead and compile these together and get them out there to everybody. So if you like what you see, like, share, comment, subscribe. Leave a comment, please. Tell me what you want to see, or tell me if you like what you're seeing. Apparently you do, because I almost have 400 subscribers. I'm sorry, not 400. What is it? Yeah, 400. Something like that. I'm getting close. I'm getting close. Channel's growing a little bit. Not really growing, but, you know. Oh, well. My lonely toolbox. Oh. Yeah, let's we'll close on that, and I'll do a couple more shots of the truck here. Oh yeah, look at her, I gotta go clean myself up. Woo. All right, everybody, have an excellent Easter. Don't eat too much candy, or you'll have a sour stomach and indigestion. Oh, well, wait, that's just me. That's me. I'm sorry. Have a good Easter. Go out there, look for eggs, and I'll see you all on the next one. Have a good one, everybody. go pick up a few things. Just about have the transmission pulled out of the Chevelle again. I'll load up this shit. Get it up to my uncle's place this evening. Rip on her a little bit. Just a little bit. Ain't got much tire on the back. When you get on, this thing just fucking spins like crazy. Fucking 50 series tires on the back. They're just tiny little bastards. So, turn into the garage here. Down here and get this son of a bitch out. Get it out of the way. It's a shame I don't have another place to put it while this is all happening. All right, everybody. I had to go get some cat litter. I spilled transmission fluid all over the fucking place. So, yeah. I had to go get some... this thing's got an oil leak. Valve pan leak, probably. These 350s, they're notorious. The small block Chevy's notorious for leaking oil. You just can't keep them from leaking oil. It's virtually impossible. These small block Chevys just... leak. But it's okay. It's all right. It's how you know you have a good one. How you know you have a really good one. Look how dirty my fucking hands are from this aluminum steering wheel. This is one filthy bitch. This is one filthy ass fucking steering wheel. It's all shiny now from me handling it. It's got all the brushed look on it. Boy, it sure does make your fucking hands filthy. I might have to put a wrap on that. I hate to do that because I really like the aluminum sticking out. Damn. Is it worth all that to get dirty ass hands over? I don't know. Whatever you think. If you all care or whatever. Let's just leave that down in the comments section. Let me know. Let me know what you think. I know that's stupid, but whatever. We're running pretty good now because I shut it off. It's going to get hotter because the water's not circulating. But it runs about 160 to 180. And yes, the heat does work. I had it on. It's a little chilly out because, you know, it's a weekend. Why wouldn't it be? Wouldn't your fucking weekend be cold as fuck? Why wouldn't? I'm surprised it isn't snowing yet. It will. It will here in a little bit. It'll snow. So, yeah. I'm going to get down here and get on this shit. Get this out of the way. You're all probably tired of looking underneath this motherfucker. I got transmission lines unhooked. If I can get them unhooked. Really kind of hard to get to. Got to pry the dipstick up out. All the bolts are out of the cross member. All the bolts are out of the torque converter. Next is 4 bell housing bolts. Like I said, the dipstick, the lines. Slide this cross member back. I took my ground wire off my fuel pump this time, so I can run it back there somewhere. Stick it above here or do something with it. Tape it off somewhere. Because all this stuff's going to have to move for me to get this son of a bitch down out. I may have to cut this other ear off right here. Right the fuck right here. Cut it off. And we'll have it. So I hope you can rebuild these kind of fast. It'd be nice to be putting this thing back in next weekend, but we'll see what happens. I got a few bucks. I mean, I can throw into. I'm waiting on the guy to come back with my money from the old transmission. So I told him he could keep 50 of it. So I'll be getting 200 back. I'll put it towards the rebuild. Then I got another 200 sitting around. I can put into it if I got to. He said something about buying a sprag. I don't know if if I'll have to get that or not. But if anything else, I can give him the money to get one. He said it'll be like $75 or $100, but I found one on eBay for $45 with like $6 shipping or something like that. Got it on watch. I don't know. Guess we'll find that out, I guess, and see. Maybe I'll order it this week or something and get it here ASAP. Or, like I said, if he can get one. Thing is, you don't know if it's bad until you tear it apart. So, I want to get these up here, both transmissions up here this evening. Got to put the tail shaft back on this one, and I'm just gonna have him put. I'll have to have him put this pan on one of them. It don't matter. I'll take the pan up. It's a deep sump pan. It's for a pickup or a van. And it's got a lot of junk in there. My old filter. Well, there's both filters in there. They both need thrown the fuck away because they have shit in them. Can't reuse them. And here's Mr. Worthless. Mr. Motherfucking Worthless starter. Junk. I took my old starter back a little bit ago. I thought them fuckers was closed. It was so damn dark in their store. And here's two distributors that are good. This one, I'm going to put a pickup coil in. Take it apart and put a pickup coil in it. So I have it on standby. I have this one on standby. Because this one's good. This one's good. My brother-in-law said this one had like a weak looking spark. But it's got a brand new pickup coil. I'll put a brand new one in it. It's got a brand new spark module. Same thing with this son of a bitch. It's got brand new parts. Well, it's supposed to be brand new, but I only paid like $50 off this, and it's Chinese. This one here is General Motors with new parts in it. New parts that are from here. At least I think they're from here. Fuck. I couldn't tell you. I don't know. But here's more worthless junk. That looks like it would be a good distributor gasket. But it's metal. Whatever. All right, everybody. Let's get on with it. Let's get on with it. Here we are, folks. Here it is. It's out. It's out. Grease off my floor. This unreliable whore is finally out. I got to get the torque converter out. Get the other one on the workbench. Got this, you know, I should clean that up, but I don't give a fuck. So I'm going to push this up in there to protect it a little better. Those cables, wherever there's a sharp bend, them fuckers will wear out right there and break. Which is, you know, fucked up. But as you can see, brand new flywheel or flex plate, whatever you want to call it. People tend to call the standards flywheels. But I guess it doesn't matter. It's a flex plate. It's flexible. It's a plate. It's whatever. New fucking great big bulky fat ass hog starter. And we are off and running. I lowered this thing. I pulled the transmission. I thought for sure I was going to bust my distributor because it's right up there, right against the firewall. You know that my exhaust, because I have it welded, solid the whole fucking way. Plus, I did protect my fuel pump this time. It runs back the whole way, fully welded. I got some stainless up to Super 10s, and then I got mandrel bent 3-inch tailpipe out the back. Because you can see all the fucking black shit from the exhaust whenever I had it just to the mufflers. Which, I don't know. I like it better this way. I think it sounds better. And, of course, my tailpipe rubs there on the rear end. Rubs a tiny bit over here, but not much. But anyway, everybody. Here we are. We're getting there. My dad was just over here asking me how long they thought it was going to take them to rebuild these, or to rebuild this one. So I was like, I don't know. He's got parts up there. He's gonna let me know how long it's going to take, and we're going to use this case. This is the case we're using right here, because this was up in there. This was less trouble to fuck with to put it up in, and they got them great big ears on the sides, because somebody already cut them the fuck off right here. Somebody already trimmed them off there. Smart fellas. Smart fellas. So this one's going back in. We're going to rebuild this one because it worked. It brought me down here. And this one will be the one we use parts out of. And I'm just going to let him have the rest of it. So, price the case itself is going for like $400 on eBay. So, he's making out. He is. I'm just going to go ahead and let him have that. So them cases, they need trimmed because they're retarded. But that's, I think he said this come out of a van, a two-wheel drive van, 1987, something like that. But the tag, that's what the tag says, 1987, right here. 87. So this one is a 69, I believe. I can't really read it. 69, there it is. 68, 60, I don't know. Maybe it's an 84. I don't know. It's something, but it'll take this other shift kit. So, take anything I got left up to him. I'm going to take the seals. I got a seal I'm going to give him. I got the shift kit I'm going to take up. Even though he can make his own, I'll take that up for the gasket. I'm going to tell him to do whatever it is he does. I'll buy him hardware, whatever he's got to have. But I'll make up the difference, whatever. As long as it ain't too fucking wild, but I'll talk to him later tonight. So, we're off and running. It'll probably be a week or so before I post this video. So, here we are. It is the Friday before Easter. I just ran up and took my starter back and all that shit. So, that was on the last shot. So, we're getting ready to take these transmissions up. So, have a good one, everybody.